Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox with another Insecure review. This one would be for season 5, episode 4, Faulty, okay? All right, you guys, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens with Nathan decided to have his event, for his barbershop at the beach. He's there with his boys. They're frolicking, as they say. Enjoying the sights. There's a whole bunch of women there, everybody looking good, whatnots, including Risha, big titties, kind of oblivious to everybody staring at her, or maybe just enjoying the fact that everybody does. But yeah, there's a whole bunch going on at this beach. Now, Molly and Kelly and Issa are there as well. And honey, Molly is ready to frolic too. Okay, kind of ready to see if she can hook up with one of these guys here. Nothing too heavy, just there to have some fun. Issa sees Nathan and she says she's going to try to talk to Nathan without crying in his mouth. Okay, he don't need to know the taste of her tears, because she hasn't talked to him really since that incident happened, and it's been a week now. They did talk through text, obviously, because I think he invited her here. But, other than that, they haven't spoken. But they have been both busy. I don't know how Issa would know that if you haven't really talked to him, but that's what she assumes. So Issa is already feeling a little off about Nathan. And then, to top things off, on her block Instagram page, Crenshaw is making problems for her over there, because she mentioned being at the beach and now he got some shit to say. And she don't need no negative shit on her block page, because, well, that's where she does all her business. I mean, that's where people see her business first. So, yeah, Crenshaw might be a problem. Girl, don't worry about him. They was like, we at the beach, let's have a good time. So Issa goes up to Nathan and embarrasses herself as usual. She's just so awkward. And, Nathan is kind of standoffish, not really knowing what to say to Issa, because, like I said, the last time that they were together was a disaster. Issa thinks that he's mad at her and that he's acting weird. All right, so when she goes and goes off to the side with Molly and Kelly, they was like, bitch, we got to make a drink for you, okay? Because you have to relax. Loosen up some. I said, poor Issa. Some of Nathan's boys that's there, they invite Kelly and Molly to play spades. So Issa's like me, she'll not play no damn spades. I know that is like a no, if you black, you supposed to know how to play spades with y'all. I don't know. So anyway, she goes with them. They over there playing, and she's just sitting and watching. And honey, Molly and Kelly and the boys talking shit, and you know how it is at the spades table. It's a ritual. And Issa can't even really get into it because she's so busy watching Nathan over there talking to Risha. And Risha, the big titties, and she's just he helping her take her shoes off and all of this, and it's bothering Issa more and more. Okay, so she gets up, gonna go over there and walk over and get her a drink or something, and Risha sees it. Hey, is that Issa? Hey, girl. Issa comes over there like, hey, like, oh, look at you with your big titties, like. Girl, Risha is just oblivious. Like I said, she gonna run off into the water. Issa's like, I don't know how she gonna swim with them big things, but okay. And then she looks at Nathan again. She's trying to have this conversation, like, are we okay? And he was just like, I mean, yeah, we all right. But of course, it doesn't feel right. Nathan is vague. Issa doesn't know how to navigate the vague. And so it just gets to be more of a mess. Nathan's boys get there with the food. He was like, what the fuck, you guys got pizza? I thought we was gonna have hamburgers and hot dogs and everything. I got all this damn mustard. He was like, no, we said we was bringing food. Ain't nobody said shit about what it was gonna be. Okay, so they hand it to Nathan. And right when he gets it, then there's an earthquake. All right, which must be interesting to be at the beach. I've never been at the beach with it, and I've been through quite a few earthquakes in LA. But there's an earthquake, and everybody is just standing there like, oh my God, did you feel that? Nathan drops the pizzas. Nigga, what you drop the damn pizzas for? What the hell an earthquake got to do with your hands? All right, but the food is ruined, and anyway, they gotta go because the beach security or whatever they call them, they come driving by and saying that everybody's got to go because there might be a tsunami. I doubt that there would be a tsunami, but better safe than sorry. So what we gonna do next? Roll into the next spot. Oh, I tell you, I miss them days. Child, I miss being young and just being able to spend your whole day looking for the party. In the car, we see Nathan and his boys, and one of his homies is clearly interested in Molly. And he's just telling Nathan, like, wouldn't it be a trip if I hooked up with your girl's girl? And Nathan was like, psh, Issa's not hardly my girl. Okay. She's all over the place. And he tells them how last week she invited him over for him to cuddle, and that she started crying, and you know how people, how niggas be talking about you. You have a whole different view of what happened. He just says that he don't even really know what Issa wants. And they was like, well, she obviously wants something because she showed up here and she's moving to the next spot. Okay, clearly she wants to be around you. Now in Issa's car, she's sitting up there with one of Nathan's boys is driving them to the next spot. So it's Issa in the front seat, and then it is Molly, Risha, and Kelly in the back. So Risha and Kelly they just having a spirited conversation. You know how Kelly can be. You know how Risha can be, obviously, too. And Issa's up there looking at her block page, and it's getting worse with Crenshaw. Okay, he's saying some foul ass shit, and people are now starting to wonder, like, well, what did she do? All right, what's up? What happened? Why you say that? He's saying all skin folk ain't kin folk. Don't trust her, and all of that. So Issa calls Koya and was just like, can you see this shit? And Koya's so mad she leaking. Her nose is bleeding. She want to go beat somebody's ass. She was just like, what you want me to do? You want me to go bust down on this nigga? Because I can do that for sure. And Issa was like, nope, don't worry about it. We making money over here. Don't let him get you. But Issa don't really feel that on the inside. But that's what she's presenting on the outside. I said, girl, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. And Koya was just like, okay, well, I'm going to just leave it alone. But, just let it be known that I could handle this for you if I need to. The driver's getting on Issa's nerves. And she texts Molly in the back seat. Honey, like I said, Risha and Kelly is back there talking so much. Molly can't even hear that old boy up there is getting on Issa's nerves. But Issa and Molly have a conversation about what she said to Nathan, how that went. And Issa said that she feels like Nathan's probably fucking Risha. And so Molly just flat out asked her, girl, you fucking Nathan? And she was just like, no, that's like my brother. Okay, but right, you want to fuck him because I can hook it up? And Molly was just like, no. So then she tells Issa, yeah, they are not together. So now Issa's feeling worse because she's like, well, I guess he really just don't fuck with me now. So then, you guys, they get to the next place, which is a bar. And everybody's sitting around talking, giggling, laughing, whatever. Risha and Kelly over there, honey, again, just deep in conversation, honey. They is connecting. Finally, Issa's able to confront Nathan again and ask him, why did he leave her like that? And he said, Issa, what did you want me to do? And she says, well, I just didn't, I expected you to be there when I woke up in the morning. And he was just like, I didn't know we had expectations on anything. But Nathan says, maybe I shouldn't have kissed you. And she was like, no, maybe I shouldn't even ask you to spend the night in the first place. And I was just like, well, this is kind of how Nathan does. Nathan disappears. That is one of his, that's one of his acts. But in this case, you kind of understood why Nathan just left. Like, that was a whole lot. But anyway, while they're all sitting around and talking, Nathan's cousin gets there, him and his wife. And when the wife sees Nathan, there's like some sort of weird exchange. Like, you pick up on it, you don't really know what it means. I was like, Nathan, please don't tell me that you had an affair with your cousin's wife, because he was just like, yeah, this is my cousin, this is his wife. He kind of hesitated when he said that. I guess he had lived with them at one time, and Issa was just like, man, I didn't even know that you had family here. Nathan didn't ever tell her that. So when they sit down and they're talking, well, everybody is teasing him about, his flightiness. His cousin and his wife are saying how he just moved on, just disappeared one day. They never saw him again. And everybody's like, yeah, that's Nathan. That's how Nathan is. And I was like, yes, that is how Nathan is, And then finally Issa's feeling bad for Nathan. So she says, well, you know what? Nathan helped me kind of like, get some roots and like figure out what I wanted to do with my life, So he was the reason why I was able to like focus. So Issa was coming in for her boy. I thought about this, you guys, and I don't want Nathan and Issa to be together. I just don't. I thought that I did. I still would like for Lawrence and Issa to be together. Like, I just really wish that they could work it out. I don't think that they will be able to, but I don't think that Nathan is a good, I don't think that he's good for her either. So we've been at this bar, and now what we doing next? Well, one of the guys there finds out that Jason Derulo is having a party out in the valley. Okay, and I guess he's a big Jason Derulo fan. All right. So yeah, we gonna roll. Some people say they gonna go. Some people say they're not gonna go. Old boy that Molly had her eye on said he gotta go let his cat out, whatever the fuck that means, So there was 2 guys that Molly was interested in. So I guess we moving it on to the next one. So Molly says she gonna go with old boy, the new boy, and the cousin. What was the cousin's name? Can't remember. But he says that he'll go, but his wife decides not to go. Nathan, Issa going, some of the other homies, whatever. Okay. So now we all trek it out to the valley. Of course, Issa's still dealing with Crenshaw on social media, and she makes a mistake of responding. Okay. Should never do that. So when she responds, he takes it. And now he makes her look even worse. Like, look at how she's saying, look what she said, So now Issa's like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. She thinks that she fucked up. What if the water company, which it is a water company, because one of you guys was like, Roxanne, I don't think it's a water company. I think it's a startup for something else. No, it was a water, because it's NBW was nothing but water. Okay, so it was a water company. But anyway, she was like, what if they find out about it? And Koya was just like, let it die down. Okay, the internet, social media, they all have a very short memory span. Don't feed more into it. Leave it alone. Let it die off. So all this is always floating around in the background while Issa is still trying to figure out what's going on with her and Nathan. So they get to the party, and they're trying to figure out if they're going to be able to get in for Jason Derulo's party. Okay. And one of the homeboys, the one that's real excited about being there, I mean, he just really wants to be at this party. Somehow Molly goes around back and is able to get them all in, because they're standing in line for like an hour. I was like, ain't no way, y'all. Now, that was one thing me and my friends would do. We didn't do lines, child. If you couldn't get in, you didn't have a cute enough friend that got you in, and then that was just it. Molly is in the back with the old boy, and she texts them and says, okay, well, you guys come around the back, we can get in. So they're about to get in, and then Nathan, or they're about to walk around there, and Nathan sees that his cousin is leaving. He's like, you about to go? And he's like, yeah, I got my Uber coming. He was like, oh, you leaving on the Uber? He's like, yeah, And Nathan brings up that he realizes that the wife don't fuck with him no more. She put me out. I didn't have anywhere to go. And the cousin was like, yeah, that wasn't really her that put you out. And Nathan doesn't understand. And he was just like, yeah, you would come home. You just showed up out of nowhere. You would come home in the middle of the night. You would leave the door open. You would be gone for days. Nobody knew it. He was like, yeah, and I got kids. I can't be having all that shit in and out my house, So, yeah, maybe I let my wife take the blame, but he was over Nathan being there too. All right. And he just didn't know how to handle it. So Nathan is surprised about this. And I was just like, Nathan, this can't be the first time you've heard about this. All right. So the cousin was like, yeah, I'm going to talk to you later. I'm about to go. So when Issa sees him going, she was like, is everything okay? He's leaving? And Nathan's like, yeah, he need to just try to get himself together. So he kind of walks off to the side, and Issa goes over to him and is just like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, I was actually in my manic state when I was staying with my cousin and his wife. I didn't realize that. He didn't know he was bipolar at the time. Or he didn't know he had bipolarism. I'm sorry, you guys keep telling me that I'm not supposed to call people bipolar. He didn't know he had bipolarism at the time, and I guess he wore out his welcome there, but he wanted his cousin and the wife to see that he's doing better, but now he realizes that he can't control how people see him the same way he can't control how Issa sees him. And she was like, look, that crying had nothing to do with you. It was all about what I've been through in this last year. It's been a lot. And I guess, she just got overwhelmed and started crying, but that wasn't any reflection on him, and she was just like, I just wanted to, she basically opens up and says that she doesn't want a friendship with him. And he says that he doesn't want a friendship with her either. Okay. And so then they walk up to each other and they kiss. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. Maybe it was because Nathan had on that t-shirt. He looked real weaselly. I was like, he need to gain some weight. We need grown man size. Too little, you got. Oh, like he is thin. Like he looked like a child almost, but he's still cute. But I just was like, when I saw him at the beach, I was just like, need to pick up some weight or something, child. But they kiss, and I guess these two are about to try to embark on a relationship again. Something tell me this ain't really the way to go either, girl. Maybe you need to just find you a whole new man. I know you guys still want Daniel to come back. Daniel is done too. Wouldn't that be something if we got a surprise from Daniel this season? I don't think that we are. If they are, then honey, that's a great kept secret because nobody has said it. So we would all be real shocked to see Daniel. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but anyway, you guys, the show is just slow. I mean, I'm just like, I like the show. It's cool. I can kind of do with it or without it. Like, you know, it's just like, okay, episode 4 is done. Okay. All right, you guys, let me get off of here, get on back to work. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.